What is going on? It's Andy coming to you on a Tuesday afternoon. As I always remind you guys, sometimes you get them early, sometimes you get them late, which is why you should always click those notifications. Is that a notification scam? Are you are you intentionally uploading videos at different times so I'm forced to do that long, hard work on an oil rig? Oh no, never mind, aka just clicking a notification button. Go ahead, click the notifications, because sometimes they come out at 3 in the morning, sometimes they come out 3 in the afternoon. And why is that? Why would you do that to us, Andy? Well, aside from scheduling, sometimes there are only 2 games on a slate like there is on this Tuesday, and sometimes we're waiting for key pieces of information within that game that will allow us to put forth a couple of sniffs. And as far as last night goes...
My car! Wait!
We had some entertaining games. Look, I gave you Dallas. Dallas was up. Dallas ended up losing, but that's a very entertaining game. Hopefully you bet on it and got to enjoy a great game of hockey. No, Andy, I don't care about hockey. I just care about winning. I don't care about you.
Look, mister, you can't do this to my car.
It wasn't the best night of Sniffs, but it was a great night of hockey. The line combinations did very well, and now we will look to continue on Tuesday with some sort of proper sniffing now that we have this information. Information nugget number 1 I was waiting for in this Vancouver Canucks-Boston Bruins game. We saw that B.Boeser has been practicing a couple of days. He shed his non-contactor. He was a full participant in practice, and he is expected to work his way back into the lineup. Now, one thing that I wanted to know, if he's in the lineup, is he going up to that top line? Are they kicking Sherwood down? Are they putting him on the top power play? Who's he playing with? It looks like that top line is unchanged, so they're sticking with Pettersson, DeBrusk, and Sherwood as they should, because that line has been very productive for them. So that leads me to believe that when Boeser is added to this player pool, I'm going to go with his under half of a point. You're getting a price for B.Boeser that was built by being on a line with JT Miller and a power play with JT Miller on it. This is a reconstructed roster right now. They don't have Miller for a while. It's going to be his first game in the lineup. Without Pettersson, DeBrusk, he's going to be playing with Heinen, a couple other freaks. They might line juggle. How many minutes is he really going to get in his first game back? So if we do see that addition to the player pool, which I imagine that if a guy like Boeser is playing, he's being added to that player pool. And I'll just go with his under half of a point for plus money. Did it work out for Dylan Strome yesterday? No, it didn't. Did it work out the previous 2 games before that for Dylan Strome? Yes, it did. There are calculated, solid plus money under sniffs, and if they add Boeser to the player pool, you can add that one to the list. As far as the game goes, this one to me, it smells like some sort of under.
Hello.
I want to find a way to wiggle the under 6.5 in this game, and the way I'm going to do that is combine it with the over 1.5 shots for Charlie McAvoy, who has seen an increase in offensive production in terms of shots attempted, slight time on ice bump, because Hampus Lindholm's been out of the lineup. And if you remember, Hampus Lindholm actually briefly took that defenseman spot on power play 1. So if we're getting a little bump here, you've been seeing he's been shooting more, especially as he has to be in a leadership position. You saw his words about the new coach, this, that, and the other. The over 1.5 shots for Charlie McAvoy with the under 6.5 in the game. There have been so many under 6.5s this season, and this one could kind of fall right into that same category. Give me the under 6.5 with the over 1.5 shots on goal for Charlie McAvoy. And then we got this game in Montreal between the Arizona Utah Coyotes Hockey Club and the Montreal Canadiens, and you're going to see that thing. You're going to see that little nugget of information, one of the other nuggets I was waiting for. What's Montreal going to do with their line? Is there going to be some sort of juggling? Are we going to get the opportunity to find a guy who got snuck down to the 4th line, maybe take an under on him? And if you've been paying attention today, we found out that both Doc and Slavkovsky have been put down on the 4th line. And you know your first thought would be, Andy, you always said take unders on 4th line players. And I have zero problem. Just the look of it. What are the odds this game starts at 7 and that they're on the 4th line and that it ends at 9:30 and they're both on the 4th line? Something tells me this ain't going to last more than a few shifts. So I'm actually a little scared. My first sniff, my first intuition was 2 teams who aren't really the most stout defensively. The classic two bad teams engaging in a high-scoring matchup, maybe something like you would have saw between Pittsburgh and Utah the other day. While it is unbelievably tempting to go double under on those guys, I'm going to go with the chalky 9-5 line combinations in a game that can potentially be high-scoring. This is a stud or dud type matchup that I frequently reference. When two lottery potential teams play each other, sometimes you get 6-4 and crazy games like that. We're seeing Suzuki and Caufield back together. Slap those two guys together for a plus money bet. We got Keller and Schmaltz together. Slap those two guys together for a plus money bet. In fact, Nick Schmaltz has a very respectable 15 points on the year. And he also has a very unrespectable 0 goals on the season. So we got a classic case of guy who refuses to shoot. I call these the Chandler Stevensons, the Pavel Zakas, the Teuvo Teravainens, the pass first, pass second, pass third type of players. So if that's going to be the case, give me the Schmaltz assist with the Clayton Keller point. They should be on that top line together. They should be on the top power play together. So you got to ask yourself, is this a double under, Doc, Suzuki, under 6? Or is this a game between two? I know what the funner variety is. I know what the funner out. You know what? Let's go with these point combos. I'll take the over 6.5 because I'm going unders with the other one. It's unders on B.Boeser, under 6.5 over there. We got on this other game, I'm going to go over 6. Give me the point prop combo for the top line guys on both of those teams. And that is what I have for you here on a Tuesday. Good luck to you. Better luck to me. I already told you to click the notifications, so now let's work backwards. Like the video, comment on the video. Go ahead, curse at me because you lost on Dallas. Curse at me because you lost on Dallas. And then after you curse, add a second comment with all exclamation points, just to really drill home how angry you are.
If you gotta go with a smile.
Feel free to leave that comment. It will turn to stone just like you in the middle of the night. And then obviously if you want to support the show, you enjoy the content in one facet or another, then join the Patreon. Be the lone advertiser on this show. There's only one banner, and that's because these are the people who make this show happen. And that's over on patreon.com/AndyFrancess. There are obviously added sniff benefits too on there. I send out the line combinations an hour or two before game time. Obviously there are only few tonight. Night like last night, there were dozens and dozens. Let's just say that. Anyway, I'll be back with you tomorrow to give you some huge Wednesday night sniffs along with your Thursday Thanksgiving NFL sniffs, Black Friday sniff, your Wednesday to Friday sniffs. I look forward to it. I better get working on it right now. That's how many games there are. I'll talk to you then. I'll see you then later.